A few days ago, on April 27, while my city was still on lockdown because of the coronavirus, I went out for a quick pharmacy run. At the moment in this video clip, I am parked right outside this bank because I'm waiting for my dad to withdraw money from the ATM. He also has a different errand to run with my mom using another car, so we all needed money. While waiting, I'm here with my mask on, my hair up in a bun, my fit over sunglasses over my transitions, and a thick layer of SPF 100 all over myself because, according to Apple Weather, right here on my watch, it is almost 10 a.m. It is 33 degrees Celsius. There's a very low chance of rain, but the UV index is very high at 10.0, and there is very little wind to expect for the day, so definitely we need sunscreen. And by the way, this is currently the bag that I'm using whenever I have to go out during the pandemic, which is a very rare incident. It is a small bag, which is a gift from my cousin Rowena. Inside, I have this Ziploc for my mask. I put my mask here after disinfecting because there's a shortage of masks and we have no choice but to reuse them. And then I have my card holder, and then a bottle of flavored water and a large spray bottle of alcohol, and my other phone, which is not a smartphone. I also have a smaller bottle of alcohol spray here, and of course, like always, I have my battery pack and charging cable for my iPhone, which I am using to film this part of the vlog. And after my dad handed me the money, I am off. We are now switching to my dash cam. The first in the itinerary is Watson's at SM City Naga, which is about 5 minutes away, and I'm going to take you along for the ride. I have to go to Watson's because aside from medicines, I also need a new tub of aloe vera gel that I use for my hair, and it's only available at Watson's. I will talk about my aloe vera gels in another video. But while we are riding along quite peacefully, let me explain why I'm going out on a pharmacy run. I need to buy my medicines that were prescribed by my psychiatrist. She gave me a prescription for 2 months, but I can only buy them every 2 weeks because those medicines aren't always in stock. But based on my buying experience over the past several months, the drugstores usually have enough stock for me for 2 weeks. And another reason is that I prefer to be the one to do this myself without authorizing anyone else because all my three prescribed medicines are not always available in just one drugstore. I always have to go around the other drugstores looking for these three medicines. And lastly, I am a person with disability, and it's much easier to get the PWD discount when I buy the medicines myself. Now, I did ask our barangay hall if I can have a quarantine pass just for this morning for the reasons stated, and I was told that it is not required. I can just show the quarantine patrol my prescriptions and my medical certificates, and they will let me through. Okay, now we are here in SM. The only entrance open is the entrance to the supermarket, and I have my PWD ID, which lets me go in right away without lining up first. Here is the supermarket that I have to go through. Most of the food concessionaires here are closed, but quite a bunch of people are buying their groceries at the checkout. Watson's is over here, just on the first floor, and I was quick inside with the things that I have to do. I just picked up a tub of the aloe vera gel and the medicines that my family members needed in the house, which includes paracetamol. And then after that, it was back out to the parking into my little car. After SM, I went to the next stop, which is a drugstore. So please keep me company as I drive over there. It is this Mercury drugstore right at the corner here. There is a long line and I fell into that line. And I noticed that right at the corner there is a vendor selling a whole lot of washable cloth masks. I guess that's a new commodity item now with the new normal, I guess. Over here to my right is a grocery store, and behind that is a white building. That is the Bicol Medical Center, the government facility in my city that deals with the coronavirus testing and treatment of patients. Now, I don't usually mind waiting in line if there is no danger of exposure to any kind of infectious diseases, but the line was moving very slow, so I invoked my PWD rights, which allows me to use a priority lane. The security guard allowed me to wait right outside the door, and he said the next time someone else comes out, I will be the next one to come in. And now here I am inside the drugstore with my identification, my booklet, and my prescriptions, and a list of other medications that my family members needed that were not available at Watson's. Now, what I did was I just threw everything into my little bag, medicines, money change, receipts, and all, because I will disinfect everything later on as soon as I get home. Now, there is one last medicine that I needed for myself that was not available in that drugstore, so I had to go to the centro, or the center of the town, to find which drugstore had it. I was able to find a parking spot right away. There is a blockade over there, somewhere over there, so vehicles are not allowed, only people, so this time we are walking. And this is the oldest optical shop in the city. I remember getting my first pair of eyeglasses here when I was 13. I dropped by this one drugstore, the first one that I saw along the way, and they had a very ingenious way of protecting themselves from the virus. They blocked their entire counter area with clear plastic. I think this is the same plastic that we use for covering up our books for school, and it goes all the way up to the ceiling. There are just holes cut through it where the customer and the salesperson can transact. Sadly, they didn't have the one last medicine that I needed for myself, so I had to do more walking. Now, this length of street is called Elias Angeles Street, and this has always been here from as far back as I can remember. The stores have changed over the years, but these structures have always been here. And now we can see masks, masks, and more washable masks. And finally, here is the drugstore. They are doing the same thing with the plastic, and thank goodness they have the one last medicine that I really needed, and they almost didn't have enough of what I needed, but they were able to check their stocks and were able to chalk up 2 weeks worth of that medicine for me. Once again, I'm just shoving things into my bag and thinking how icky it is really becoming. I will make a what's in my bag video for this exact one on this exact day, just in case you're interested. So many women are very nosy on YouTube, and we all want to know what's in other women's bags. At about 11:32 in the morning, I was finally done with a pharmacy run. And then there is that one final walk back to where my car is parked. I took a different route going back because I wanted to show you these fruit stands over here. They're still open even during the lockdown because fresh fruits are a basic need. Finally, there is that one drive going home, and there's really nothing much to see and talk about, so I'll put on some music for you. And then finally, I am home in my neighborhood. You have seen this before in an earlier vlog. I will link it down below so you can also see what's inside our house and what's in my room. I didn't park all the way inside the garage because I wanted to disinfect the car and I wanted to spray everything with alcohol, the steering wheel, the gear shift, the dashboard controls, the handles, even the padding of the ceiling, and I just left all four doors open like that so that the car can simmer under direct sunlight for a couple of hours. And over there is my dad's car, and over there is his van, and in front of it is a car that belongs to Atime because she's with us at the moment, and my dad's other car and my dad's motorcycle. Now there is a cat on top of it. That is not our cat. We do not have a cat. Yet there she is, just waking up from a nap and yawning like a boss.